Bye, Ime. See you later, Ime.
You're an
Enjoy
idiot.
Houston, Ime. Enjoy one win next year. Good for you.
One
Have
win.
fun.
I think they're going to be pretty good. I do.
Even so, I think the NBA
Rockets.
record for lowest amount of wins is like 17. Like
They're going to win games next year.
The Rockets are not going to be that good next year. Come on.
I think they will be. I do. They're in the West.
Yeah, but didn't they have like the 5th worst record this year or something like
Yes.
that?
Yes,
they were
but
23 wins.
how many draft picks did they have this year? I think they have 2 first-round draft picks, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah, they have 2, I think, and then they have one that was conditional on something too. So it might have got moved to next year, kind of like what we were discussing with the Knicks last week. And they have a ton in the next 4 years, though. That's for sure.
They have a ton of them, and now they're talking
carry over from the Brooklyn.
Now they're
Clowns.
talking with the Hawks on making a trade for one of the Hawk players. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to find
Getting Capella back, maybe.
I don't know. They're talking right now to the Spurs or something like that. I don't know. The Rockets are talking to a team and possible trades. And by the way,
if they're talking to the Spurs, it's got to be for Wembanyama, right? They're going to mail the
No. The Spurs are not trading that. The Spurs are not trading that. I know. I was listening. I was reading a story that the 76ers reached out to the Spurs and they're willing to trade Joel Embiid for the number 1 pick, and I laughed at it. That's never going to happen. That is never going to happen.
But if you're the Spurs, if you're the Spurs and this kid is that good, would you at least call the Thunder and try to get Chet Holmgren and like 3 first-round draft picks or something? Because you could, honestly, with that kind of capital, you could really build your whole team rather than just have one player. Right?
Yeah, but you see, if you remember the Spurs and they had the Admiral, but that team was in a shambles before Tim Duncan came in '97, and Tim Duncan changed that organization. He absolutely changed it, and I think that this kid, Wembanyama, whatever his name is, Wembanyama, he's a guy who's 7'4", has the wingspan, has all the ability in the world that can change an organization by himself. We've seen players do it. LeBron James did it with the Cavaliers. Michael Jordan did it with Chicago. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it when he went to the Lakers. I mean,
but I'm just saying this, right? Like, he may be good. He may be the next thing. Like, he looks really good. Like, the size, the talent, like the shooting ability at that size, pretty unbelievable. But I'm just in favor of having more lottery tickets than just one lottery.
I understand. I agree with you.
If it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. But at least if you were to trade him and get like Holmgren and like 3 or 4 other draft picks, you have 3 or 4 more lottery tickets for dudes.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. If I was a GM right now, I would look at that. But again, just like the New York Rangers, and I know you hate New York, but I bring up the Rangers when they were drafting Lafreniere. I said to all the Ranger fans when I went to the draft, I said, trade the pick and add the defensive players that you need and maybe get like a middle of the first round pick, and you can build your team from there. They decided to draft Lafreniere, and Lafreniere has been an absolute bust. I know he's still young, and I know it's still early, but you just don't know what these guys are going to turn out to be, even though they played, in the minor leagues and they were as talented as they were, or him playing in France as a professional at the age of 16. I would agree with you with the Spurs. I would trade away that pick if you can build from that pick and really change everything, transition your team to
the hype is so big around this kid. You got to be able to steal tons of draft picks and whatever. And wouldn't that really help Oklahoma City?
Yeah, the thing about the NBA, and I will say this, one player can change everything to a team and an organization. And what they're saying about this kid, he is the most talented draft player that everybody of all time. They're saying he's better than LeBron James coming out of the draft. That's what they think he is. He is a guy that can dribble the ball. He can ball handle like a point guard. He can shoot anywhere on the court.
But we've heard that before. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you a specific player that we've heard it from before, right? Where's Darko Milicic these days?
First of all, and I remember Darko, he was drafted in the LeBron James / Carmelo Anthony draft, if everybody remembers that. Darko Milicic was a raw player, foreign player, that, yes, some people thought that he had the ability to be that big man that could play, but he couldn't shoot like this guy.
I hear Speedy typing. Is he going to tell me where Darko Milicic is these days?
No, he's retired. Darko, I think, is... I don't know what Darko's doing.
Is he teammates with Dwight Howard?
No, I don't think he's playing basketball.